Greetings metal community and welcome back to another response video or whatever you want to call it. I call it response video because I never enter a competition with intentions to win, so I just do it to support channels. Yeah, this is for Keith from Metal Down Under in New Zealand. New Zealand. I'm pretty sure. If not, you're gonna butcher me in the comments. But yeah, he had like 2 years anniversary celebration a month ago or something like that. So he wanted to do a like a competition or something fun to do for us. And as I said, I do really like these types of videos, but I don't always have the time to do them. But I will get some out now. I think this is the third one I'm recording today, so I'm probably gonna make some mistakes, but who cares? So Keith had 4 tasks for us to do. He said this when I commented on this video and said that I wanted to do a entry for it. The first question is show an album that have cover arts that show a phobia that you have, and of course he said to me that me being a Viking, of course I don't have any phobias, but I do. Not strongly. It's not a phobia. I do have that when it comes to saxophone and clarinets in metal. That's something that really scares me and makes me anxious. But I don't really have anything that I'm like scared of or have anxiety about. But I picked out this Motorhead album, Snakebite Love. Because I don't love snakes, but in Norway we don't have any very venomous snakes. They are like just mildly venomous. Most people won't die from a bite from them, but they are sneaky bastards, and I don't like them. But I'm not like scared or anxiety for it. I would probably have it if they were poisonous as fuck. But same goes with big ass spiders. This small spiders that we have in Norway are harmless and they don't bother me at all. But so I think snakes, I don't like them, but I won't say I have a phobia for them. But of course it has to do with me living in Norway and we don't have a lot of venomous animals here. So that's my pick for the phobia. Number 2 was 2 Seasons. Show a album that is very kind of get you in the summer spirit, and one wintry album. I went for winter. I went with this one. It has the title. It has everything screams cold. Tomb of Finland is the name of the band, and Frozen Beneath, and also the cover is Frozen. This is melodic death doom, I would say, and it's not like the coldest album, but it's just like the total package. It is what's playing in the background, but I really like this album, and it is. I don't put on covers like this in the summer, so I thought it was a fitting album for this one. The summer album I went for is kind of related to my childhood, and it's Iron Maiden, Piece of Time. This is my old worn out copy that I picked up back in the days. This has to do with my mother liked when I played Iron Maiden. She likes Iron Maiden, so every time when she was in the garden in the summer, she and I played music, she made me crank up the volume and play it out of my window so she could listen to Iron Maiden while doing the gardening. So Iron Maiden for me is very much a summer band, and this album and Life After Death, especially Power Slave, was albums that I played for her when she was in the garden So that was just a, yeah, that's why it's a summary album for me, or a band really. That's, yeah, makes me think of summer. Number 3 was Show, a weird soundtrack album. I don't collect soundtrack albums, but I do have one. I won't say it's weird at all, but this was for a heavy metal documentary, and the decline of Western civilization, part 2, the metal years. I wouldn't say it's any weird at all, but you know, Alice Cooper, Faster Pussycat, Motorhead, Amor Saint, Lizzie Borden, Megadeth, Queensryche, Metal Church, Rigor Mortis, and Seduce were the bands here. I've seen this documentary many years ago, but I don't quite remember how it was. I think it was pretty good, but or fun watch. But this is actually the only. I do have a Vangelis album for the 1492 movie as well, but that's the only two soundtrack albums that I do have for movies or series or whatever. So I don't collect that kind of stuff. It really doesn't interest me a lot. So yeah. And last one, talk about your favorite record store, physical or online, and give them a shout out, show what you have picked up or items you have bought on the stores and stuff like that. So I went with one online store and one, you know, normal store. And first one is Nesbø Records down in Oslo. I don't visit that store a lot because it's a very small store, and every time I'm in Oslo it is for gigs, and then it's always packed with people. There is only room for 5-6, you know, at the time anyways in there. So but one time I was in there, I picked up this album by Venom, The Wastelands. Yeah, pretty weird album, kind of Venom trying to play proper music. I really like the first album, first song here. That is a long track, a little bit epic. It's an uneven album, but most Venom albums are uneven for me. But I really like it. It is a different album from the other ones I have. This is the kind of the latest one I have by them. This is Under the Flag 1992. So yeah, Nesbø Records is run. I know the owner there pretty good, and yeah, very cool guy. But yeah, they do have a lot of originals. They have a lot of very obscure things, a lot of very pricey items as well. But you can get new stuff there as well. It's just a very difficult shop to kind of go in and foot through stuff, because it's jam-packed from the roof to the ceiling with stuff. They did have a fire there last year that kind of took out a lot of cool stuff in the basement, but the main floor for metal didn't get damaged. Of course, a little bit smoke, but yeah, so they took a beating there. I'm sure it was insured, but there was some items there that you will never get back, you know. So, but they are still running, so I think they are doing pretty good. If you want to go there and shop, it's write down what you want, and especially if the owner himself is there, he has pretty good control of stuff. So if you have a list of stuff that you want to find or try to find, write it down before you go there, because it's, as I said, pretty difficult to flip through things if there's many people. The other one is, you know, my favorite online shop is Duplicate Records. This is a Duplicate release, and also the guy who plays drums on Virus, this is Norwegian Virus, is also the guy who runs the label and distro. This is a very good compilation demo reissue. It was recorded in 2000, but it was released first time in 2007, actually. So it's very kind of weird that the first recordings didn't get released until years later. If you don't know this band, this is the guy behind Vebu and Sanda. So if you like Vebu and Sanda, you should go and check out this demo, because it is kind of a continuation of Vebu and Sanda. There's a lot of similarities there, of course, with the riffing and also the vocals. As I said, the drummer is the guy behind Einar Susje is his name, is behind Duplicate Records, and therefore I wanted to show a release that he's part of both releasing and playing on, so that's cool. Very good demo. They have at least 3 or 4 albums as well. A couple of those are very good, and I'm gonna pick them up eventually, but I just bought this because I wanted to hear it properly, and I really enjoy this, but as I said, it's very much the doings. And so yeah, that was the 4 question tasks that Keith had put up for us, and very cool competition. So hope this was good for you, Keith, and if you haven't checked out Keith's channel, I will link it up below so you can go and check him out. He's a very cool guy from down under. So congrats on the 2 years, and be sure.